Hi, my loves. How are we doing? All right. I'm not going to lie, for some of you, for this reading, it may be kind of a tough one to stomach. So, ahead of time, trigger warning, okay? I feel like specifically when it comes to this collective, when it comes to love, I think it has hurt you, it has traumatized you, and now you're kind of sitting with this energy of you don't know what to do with it. But I feel like it's really changed this collective, okay? And I think you're very aware of it. It's turned you bitter. You don't really trust anybody, okay? Now, this is not going to be a reading of you need to start trusting people, invite people back in your energy. Absolutely not. But I feel like in the nice way, there is a shadow worked aspect of yourselves that you're kind of avoiding in a funny way, okay? And I'm going to really let my guides lead the way on this one, okay? And per usual, if this doesn't apply to you, sit right with you. You don't want to hear what I have to say, that is okay. I will be back some other time. But I really want to see more on what to do with this, okay? 8 of Swords popped out. That's what I'm saying. You're feeling stuck about this. Queen of Cups and wow, and 10 of Cups right here. What have I always said about my 8 of Swords? You feel stuck, but you could get out of it. I know for this collective, it's like, I can't. No, hear me out. And I understand. I really do feel like this collective, you do feel stuck. Okay. I think you miss the person you were before whoever hurt you. And instead of embracing, oh gosh, it's going to make me emotional. And again, when it comes to pain and trauma, again, I know this part's going to be way easier said than done. Instead of doing the Queen of Cups, what have I always said? You know, she, gender doesn't matter, is my soft, sweet, vulnerable queen, but she's a little naive. You kind of demonize yourself. I think you are so freaking hard on yourself. Doing the, I should have listened, I should have known the red flags, I should have done this, I should have done that. This person has never went away in you. And then before I really start this reading, I gotta let you know, she's still in there. Gender doesn't matter what I say that, but she's still a part of you. That Queen of Cups still there. I think this collective, you put on this facade that you got to be tough. And, oh, I need to toughen up. And there's nothing wrong with that because that is a part of healing. And I understand there's nothing wrong with transitioning yourself to, like, parts of old you kind of fade off. But I think you're so quick right now to shove this girl down the toilet and be like, no, I got to toughen up. But here's the thing, you know, with that 8 of Swords, it's not really getting you anywhere. If anything, deep down, that's what I'm saying. There's a shadow aspect of yourself that you're kind of avoiding. You really crave this more than ever. Your 10 of Cups, you're happily ever after. So stop lying to yourself and doing the, oh, I don't need this. I'm on my own. I feel like you really put on this facade, again, that you're tough. And you are. But the problem is you're shutting everyone and everything down around you. Okay, now let's get going with the reading. I feel for this collective. I don't think it's so much you miss whoever hurt you. You miss the old you. Still there. What do they want to talk to you about? I drop cards. We know this. Ugh. Justice and then the 7 of Wands. That's exactly what I'm saying. In the nicest way, I feel like this collective, you do the, I know what's best for me. You are really fighting the universe on this one, okay? And like I said, I got to make it clear, I don't think at all, when it comes to this pain of love, you want that energy back. Again, I really feel like if anything that has taken over is like you kind of miss the person that you used to be, okay? Before this person hurt you, okay? There's something about maybe specifically you could be looking at old photos of yourself and it really triggers you. And that's where I'm saying, instead of embracing your Queen of Cups, of being in love and being soft, and you really demonize yourself for being naive. I think you, instead of loving yourself, and not that you don't love yourself, but instead of giving yourself a hug, forgiving yourself, because you should have never, you know, there's nothing like you should have resented about yourself. You really been like, that person was dumb. That person fell for old ways. That person did that. No, stop. Here's the thing. There is nothing wrong, and I know this may be hard to stomach, and some of you are like, no, listen. There is nothing wrong with falling in love, even if it's with the wrong person. That person was meant to teach you a lesson. And I know that part's way easier said than done. But instead of sitting with it, because you're not doing that, you're fighting it off and saying, okay, this was a lesson. What lesson was this meant to teach me? You demonize yourself for it. It's my fault. I should have never allowed that person. I wish I would have never met that person. I should have never fallen in love. Stop. Everybody's meant to come into your life for a reason, even if that reason, unfortunately, is meant to break you and have to wake you up. But that Queen of Cups in you has never disappeared. You just kind of shoved her down. And that part will take time. Literally, the Lover's in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Let me see what this Justice is. What are you trying to balance out within yourself? The Chariot. I got Libra and Cancer energy coming out of here. And the Hangman. One sec. That's where I'm saying, like, you, in a way, it's like this collective, you kind of do this, I know what's best for me. In the nice way, no, you don't. Because you keep going forward and fighting the universe, going, no, I need to be tougher. I need to do this. I need to give a lot of people the middle finger. I need to do, and when it comes to forgiving people or seeing with your emotions, that's between you and your spirit guides. But in reality, it's keeping you stuck. And not just with love. And again, if you're not ready for love, that is okay. This is not a message of you need to accept love in your life. No. But the problem is I feel like it's affecting a lot of things in your world right now. A lot of things are being stuck. And I think what your guides are doing is literally putting you in timeout. They're like, go sit in the corner and think about what you're doing. In a lot of ways, I'm kind of seeing, like, in a funny way, it's like you ever see like a toddler just throw a fit and kink and stomp because they didn't get their way and they're angry and they're sweating, they're, their face is red, and your guides are kind of just staring at you, be like, are you done? Go sit in the corner and calm down. And that's kind of what I'm seeing your guides are doing right now. The Eight of Wands and then the Eight of Swords in reverse. Both of them came out in reverse. Until you are ready to get yourself unstuck, okay? This collective, if this is your reading so far, you are kind of being guided right now to kind of go in a little bit of isolation, okay? Quit avoiding yourself right now. Quit thinking, no, I know what I need to do. No, you don't. You do not. It's not working. And if this is your reading, I feel like, again, a lot of things in your life right now are being at a pause right now. Whether, certain relationships with, your close family or friends are not doing the greatest, or it's not taking off. You're not feeling, right now, I feel like this collective, you're not feeling fulfilled in life right now. And you're kind of doing the why, because you're very much in your head. You're beating yourself up. You're not loving yourself at your fullest potential right now. You are truly in full defense right now. They are asking you to drop your weapons, okay, and let the universe take justice in their own hands for you. Literally reach your hands up, let them grab your hand and drag you. Let them take the lead. You keep taking the lead on things, and they're like, no, stop that, cut the mic, okay? Let me see what else they got to say. Four of Wands. The High Priestess. You need to come to union with yourself. And that part will take time. Whoever I'm talking to, you're clearly a very spiritual person, which, by the way, this will go to a part 2, okay? And that's where I keep hearing I know what's best for me. And I think you are your third eye. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking to possibly a psychic or somebody that has psychic abilities. You have some form of clair in your senses right there, okay? I think that you're so awake. I think you tend to go into self-sabotage. And that's where the bitterness is coming in. It's like almost you kind of feel like everybody's out to get you, when in reality, you're kind of beating yourself. Nobody's come. This is a message I will say. Nobody is hurting you right now. You are just so protective. And again, you think you're doing the, I know what's best for me. I know what I'm feeling. I know this. When in reality, I think what's sad is this collective. I don't think you're at this spot where you know what you feel like you deserve love, you deserve kindness, you